stand and remain standing until the conclusion of the reading of the proclamation. Ladies and gentlemen, the proclamation. All persons having any business before this honorable court now draw nigh. Give your attendance, and you shall be heard.
Admission of lawyers. Renee Abasiri.
May it please the court, I move that Renee Abasiri be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Renee Abasiri be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ahmed Azizi.
May it please the court, I move that Ahmed Azizi be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ahmed Azizi be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kalila Legacy Barrett.
May it please the court, I move that Jalilia Barrett be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jalila Legase Barrett be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Caitlin Lucy Biggett.
May it please the court, I move that Caitlin Lucy Bigger be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Caitlin Lucy Biggett be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Christopher Zai-Wei Chang.
May it please the court, I move that Christopher Zai-Wei Chang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Christopher Zai-Wei Chang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Elizabeth Jinsol Chun.
May it please the court, I move that Elizabeth Jinsal Chun be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Elizabeth Jinsal Chun be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Monique Nicole Cheney.
May it please the court, I move that Monique Nicole Cheney be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Monique Nicole Cheney be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jason David Koo Clawton.
May it please the court, I move that Jason David Koo Clawton be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jason David Koo Clawton be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
April Ellen Cooley.
May it please the court, I move that April Ellen Cooley be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let April Ellen Cooley be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Claudia Rose Cunningham.
May it please the court, I move that our daughter, Claudia Rose Cunningham, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Claudia Rose Cunningham be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Celine Elizabeth Duchesne.
May it please the court, I move that Celine Elizabeth Duchesne be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Celine Elizabeth Duchesne be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Camille Ribeiro Dietrich.
May it please the court, I move that Camille Ribeiro Dietrich be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Camille Ribeiro Dietrich be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Malaki El Mahabi.
May it please the court, I move that Malaki El Merhabi be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Malaki El Merhabi be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alberto Jose Espino.
May it please the court, I move that Alberto Jose Espino be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Alberto Jose Espino be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Theodore Georgiadis.
May it please the court, I move that Theodore Georgiadis be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Theodore Georgiadis be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Stephanie Mary Hendy.
Let Stephanie Mary Hendy be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Shahani Madavi Hetiarachi.
May it please the court, I move that Shahani Madavi Hetiarachi be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Shahani Madavi Hetiarachi be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Melanie Jane Holwell.
May it please the court, I move that Melanie Jane Holwell be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Melanie Jane Holwell be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ju Hei Jin.
May it please the court,
I move that Ju Hee Jin be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Ju Hee Jin be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Denise Kerr,
May it please the court, I move that Denise Kerr be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable.
That Denise Kerr be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Chris Antoine Catonini,
May it please the court, I move that Chris Antoine Cantinani be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Chris Antoine Catonini be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Katike Kana,
May it please the court, I move that Katike Kana be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Katike Kana be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Melissa Zara Kurt,
May it please the court, I move that Melissa Zara Kurt be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Melissa Zara Kurt be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Rakesh Vinay Lal,
May it please the court, I move that Rakesh Vinay Lal be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Rakesh Vinay Lal be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Craig Langdon,
May it please the court, I move that Craig Langdon be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Craig Langdon be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jialiang Lu,
May it please the court, I move that Jialiang Lu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Jialiang Lu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kunjuan Long,
May it please the court, I move that Chun Jun Long be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Chun Jan Long be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Quan Yi Charlotte Ma,
May it please the court, I move that Kwan Yi Charlotte Ma be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Kwan Yi Charlotte Ma be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Veronica Anna Malish,
May it please the court, I move that Veronica Anna Malish be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Veronica Anna Malish be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Abby Rose Matt,
May it please the court, I move that Abby Rose Matt be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Abby Rose Matt be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Gemma Mackenzie,
May it please the court, I move that Gemma Dawn Mackenzie be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Gemma Dawn Mackenzie be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Georgia Kate McManus,
May it please the court, I move that Georgia Kate McManus be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Georgia Kate McManus be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sarah Elizabeth Mitchell,
May it please the court, I move that Sarah Elizabeth Mitchell be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sarah Elizabeth Mitchell be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Karul Baria Binti Muhammad,
May it please the court, I move that Khairul Baria Binti Muhammad be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Karil Baria Binti Muhammad be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Hopeful Ruvarashi Mukucha,
May it please the court, I move that my sister Hopeful Ruarashi Mukucha be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Hopeful Ravashi Makucha be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
John Kwok Viet Nguyen,
May it please the court, I move that John Kwok Viet Nguyen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That John Kwok Viet Nguyen be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Madeline Kim Ocampo,
May it please the court, I move that Madeline Kim Ocampo be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Madeline Kim Ocampo be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Vanessa Papa Nicolau,
May it please the court, I move that Vanessa Papanikolaou be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Vanessa Papanikolaou be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Olivia Peters,
May it please the court, I move that Olivia Peters be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Olivia Peters be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lynette Maud Peterson Mariko,
May it please the court, I move that Lynette Maud Peterson Mariko be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Lynette Maud Peterson Mariko be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Etienne Pretorius,
May it please the court, I move that Etienne Pretorius be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Etienne Pretorius be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Charlize Prinsloo,
May it please the court, I move that Charlize Prinsloo be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Charlize Prinsloo be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Xu Yi Chu,
Please the court, I move that Shui Chu be admitted as a lawyer.
That Shui Chu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Samaya Ryan,
May it please the court, I move that Sumaya Rahan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Samaya Raihan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Peter Ryan Reichman,
May it please the court, I move that Peter Ryan Rakeman be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Peter Ryan Rakeman be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Melissa Suzanne Ribeiro Caldeira Benedito.
May it please the court, I move that Melissa Suzanne Ribeiro Caldeira Benedito be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Melissa Suzanne Ribeiro Caldeira Benedito be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Isabella Louise Sali.
May it please the court, I move that Isabella Louise Sali be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Isabella Louise Saleh be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lily Grace Sanders.
May it please the court, I move that Lily Grace Sanders be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Lily Grace Sanders be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Olivia Gemma Sharp.
May it please the court, I move that my daughter Olivia Gemma Sharp be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Olivia Gemma Sharp be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ikjot Singh.
May it please the court, I move that Ikjok Singh be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ikjot Singh be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Rebecca Victoria Stamatis.
May it please the court, I move that my goddaughter Rebecca Victoria Stamatis be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Rebecca Victoria Stamatis be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Chloe Cheryl Thistleton.
May it please the court, I move that Chloe Cheryl Thistleton be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Chloe Cheryl Thistleton be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Matthew Toe.
May it please the court, I move that Matthew Toe be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Matthew Toe be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Annalisa Tobiah.
May it please the court, I move that Annalisa Tobiah be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Annalisa Tobiah be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jasmine Toomey.
May it please the court, I move that Jasmine Toomey be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jasmine Toomey be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Chow Chen Wang.
May it please the court, I move that Xiao Chen Wang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Zhao Chen Wang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Xu Chao Wu.
May it please the court, I move that Chu Chao Wu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Chu Chao Wu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jessica Saiting Yu.
May it please the court, I move that Jessica Saiting Yu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jessica Saiting Yu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
William Zeng.
May it please the court, I move that William Zeng be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let William Zeng be admitted as a lawyer of this court. It will now be necessary for those whose admission has just been moved to, when and as directed by Ms. Plater, stand for the purposes of swearing an oath or making an affirmation and declaration. So please stand when and as directed.
Okay. Could rows 1 and 2 on my right please stand? Renee Abasiri, Ahmed Azizi, Jalila Legacy Barrett, Caitlin Lucy Biggett, Christopher Zaiwei Chang, Elizabeth Jinsol Chun, Monique Nicole Cheney, Jason David Koo Claughton, April Ellen Cooley, Claudia Rose Cunningham, Celine Elizabeth Duchenne, Camille Ribeiro Dietrich, Malaki El Marabi, Alberto Jose Espino, Theodore Georgiadis, Stephanie Mary Hendy. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"?
I do.
Thank you. Please sit down. And could rows 3 and 4 on my right please stand? Shahani Madavi Hetiarachi, Melanie Jane Holwell, Juhi Jin, Denise Kerr, Chris Antoine Catanini, Kartike Kana, Melissa Zara Kurt, Rakesh Vinay Lal, Craig Langdon, Jia Lang Lu, Chujuan Long, Kwan Yi Charlotte Ma, Veronica Anna Marlish, Abby Rose Matt, Gemma Dawn Mackenzie, Georgia Kate McManus, Sarah Elizabeth Mitchell, Kyril Baria Binti Muhammad, Hopeful Rivarashi Mukucha, and John Kwok Viet Nguyen. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? I do. Thank you. Please sit down. And could the row in front of me please stand? Madeline Kim Ocampo, Vanessa Papanicolaou, Olivia Peters, Lynette Maud Peterson Marico, Etienne Pretorius, Charlize Prinsloo, Shu Yi Chu, Sumaya Ryan, Peter Ryan Rakeman, and Melissa Suzanne Ribeiro Caldeira Benedito. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"?
I so help me God.
Thank you. Please sit down. And could the two rows on my left please sit? Isabella Louise Sali, Lily Grace Sanders, Olivia Gemma Sharp, Ikjot Singh, Rebecca Victoria Stamatis, Chloe Cheryl Thistleton, Matthew Toe, Annalisa Tobiah, Jasmine Toomey, Xiao Chen Wang, Xu Chao Wu, Jessica Saiting Yu, William Zheng. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please sit down.
Well, may I warmly welcome you all to this, the Banco Court, the ceremonial court of the Supreme Court of New South Wales. Present with me on the bench this morning to my right is Justice Mitchell Moore, who is a judge of the New South Wales Court of Appeal, and to my left, Justice Sweeney, who is a judge of the Common Law Division of the Supreme Court and one of the longest serving judicial officers in New South Wales. Together, we constitute the court that has, in the exercise of its jurisdiction, admitted you to practice this morning. We have done so in this court, which rests on the land for which the Gadigal of the Eora Nation have cared and been custodians for thousands of years. The court pays its sincere respects to elders, past and present, extends those respects to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Well, to all of the newly admitted lawyers, welcome to the legal profession. Today is one for celebration. We up here on the bench know how hard you've all worked to reach this important milestone. I also welcome your friends and family, and whose support will have been invaluable to you on your journey thus far. For many of them, the endurance of your finely polished or developing skills of argument and persuasion may now be at an end, or maybe not. But whatever be the case, I'm sure that they are all immensely proud of you, and I encourage you to take the time to thank them for their support. Depending on how good an advocate you are, you might even be able to convince them to shout you to a lunch to celebrate the occasion. This court, the Supreme Court of New South Wales, is an old court which last year celebrated its bicentenary. This makes it, you might be surprised to learn, one of the oldest continuing common law courts in the world. But the custom which you have just followed, namely swearing an oath or making an affirmation on admission to practice, dates back as far as the 12th century. This is not just a quaint tradition. It is a formal public undertaking by each of you in the presence of your family, friends, peers, and senior judges of this court to truly and honestly conduct yourself in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales and faithfully to serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state. The law touches every part of our society, and it can and will lead you all in many different directions and career paths. But in whatever direction you head, you must always remember that the oath or affirmation you have just made is a serious one and deserves solemn regard. So whether you go on to work in private practice, at the bar, in a community legal centre, a Crown Law office, the Aboriginal Legal Service, for legal aid, or a government department or agency, a university, or in an entirely different field, you should always be known for your honesty, your integrity, and your commitment to justice, and must strive at all times to uphold these cardinal values. Admission to this court is a privilege and not a right, and is contingent upon continuing adherence to the oath or affirmation you have made this morning. Now, you'll see from the portraits of former Chief Justices which hang on the walls of this court that we are wearing the same robes, in some cases literally, as have been worn by our predecessors. And you may be wondering why, after 200 years, we still wear these robes on ceremonial occasions. I can tell you that we don't wear them because they are particularly comfortable, still less are they a striking fashion statement. But we do continue quite deliberately to wear them on ceremonial occasions such as this, because symbolically they serve to highlight the continuity of the rule of law in New South Wales, although importantly the judges wearing the robes are now drawn from an increasingly diverse pool. Some 43, may be slightly higher, some 43% of all judicial officers in New South Wales are now female, and women make up more than 2/3 of solicitors under the age of 35. The president of the Law Society of New South Wales is a distinguished female practitioner, as was the immediate past president of the Bar Association. The composition of the profession is radically different from the time I commenced practice, which I like to think was not that long ago, but it has been an extremely salutary change. Our robes also serve symbolically to differentiate the judiciary from the other arms of government, the legislature and the executive. We're seeing on a daily basis from events abroad how important the separation of powers is and how important courts are, independent courts are, in supervising the lawful exercise of executive power. We are fortunate to live in a country where our Commonwealth, state and local governments respect the rulings of the courts, even if those rulings may be politically inconvenient from time to time or critical of executive government. That is the essence of the rule of law. As to the importance of the continuity of the rule of law, I make the observation that in a world in which there is so much global uncertainty, insecurity, and challenges to what we have come to accept as conventional democratic norms, the rule of law is more important than ever, and not simply just some academic construct or a phrase of mere theoretical import. It matters, it is real. At its simplest, the rule of law is the opposite of the arbitrary abuse of power and the rule of autocratic dictators and populists. In a speech delivered in 2018, Lord Hodge of the Supreme Court of the United Kingdom aptly described the rule of law as, and I quote, a bastion against those who would use chaos as a ladder. Now, notwithstanding the formality and tradition attending this ceremony, to which I have alluded, the life of the law is actually quite dynamic. Not everything in the legal profession remains unchanging, far from it. The pandemic prompted a radical shift in the use of technology in our courtrooms, and the advent of Gen AI brings with it both opportunities and challenges, including within the legal profession and for the work of the courts. Lawyers must, however, remain critical and independent thinkers. While the increased use of technology offers a number of advantages, it's my firm view that the practice of the law has human nature and human interaction at its core. An essential part of being a good lawyer is understanding people, how others react to different situations, perform under pressure, and deal with each other socially. This is seen in our courts every day, including in the criminal law, domestic violence, family law, wills and probate, and indeed much commercial law. An individual who is in need of your services or assistance as a lawyer will in many cases be an individual facing some kind of great personal challenge or crisis affecting his or her liberty, property, family, personal well-being, status or health or financial position. There's therefore a need to deliver legal services not only competently, of course, but always with courtesy, integrity and sensitivity to the circumstances of the matter. That requires a human being with emotional and not artificial intelligence. The need for human engagement by lawyers with those needing legal assistance is also a powerful reason why there should be strong representation of lawyers from the many different backgrounds which comprise our cosmopolitan community. That very much includes Indigenous lawyers. Diversity is a concept that is subject to attack in some countries around the globe, but diverse representation amongst solicitors, advocates and judges assists in ensuring that all people who become involved in our justice system can and feel that they can be properly heard and fairly engaged with by a system reflective of our broader community and a judiciary educated in and sensitive to the many different cultural strands which contribute to the rich fabric of our society in New South Wales. The admission ceremonies in which I have sat since becoming a judge, including this ceremony, highlight that there is a far greater diversity of background amongst junior lawyers than when I commenced practice. That is a very good thing, and leaders of the legal profession and of the courts are working hard to foster inclusiveness and diversity in the profession. That in turn builds trust in and respect for both the judiciary and the legal profession, and ultimately for the rule of law. Let me now offer a little bit of professional and personal advice. As a lawyer, you will often need to make difficult ethical decisions. You must use the tools you have developed and will continue to develop to think critically and not compromise on your fundamental obligations to the court and to the administration of justice. At various points in your career, you will make mistakes, some minor, some more serious. We all make mistakes from time to time, and we'd be kidding ourselves if we denied that. When you do make mistakes, your commitment to honesty, integrity, and the administration of justice means that you must take responsibility, correct what you can, and learn from those errors. One mistake which I advise young lawyers not to make, or to strive not to make, is the mistake of giving your clients the advice you think that they want to hear. I can tell you now that that will not be good advice, and they will not welcome it in the long run when the true picture emerges. As a lawyer, you must be dispassionate and frank in your advice as to your client's rights and obligations. That sometimes requires courage. It always requires independence. Aspects of the law, especially if you are involved in the litigation side of practice, can be confrontational. But the practice of the law is stressful and demanding enough without personal antagonism between practitioners adding to the load, as regrettably it sometimes does. So it's essential that as you enter practice or in whatever particular career path you lead in the law, that you maintain your detachment, balance and good humour when dealing with your colleagues, including those with whom you negotiate or against whom you litigate, remembering at all times that you are now members of a profession and not a business. There is a fundamental and important distinction between the two, which you must never lose sight of. Another thing you should remember is that the best advocates can and do make their points simply and succinctly. Often less is more. Some of the most experienced lawyers and judges could also use that reminder from time to time, and I don't wholly exclude myself from that admonition. The reality is that for a non-lawyer, the law is often incomprehensible, or at the very least difficult to understand, and the ever-expanding statute books are often both complex and prolix. One of the important roles that you now have as a lawyer will be to make the law accessible to others. So strive to be clear and concise at all times in what you write and in what you advise orally. To do so facilitates access to justice, which is such an important goal in a functioning democracy. In the practice of the law, your physical and mental health are both also extremely important, something we're far more acutely conscious of these days than decades ago. There may, and I dare say will be, times when you feel a little overwhelmed, burnt out, or even distressed. Legal practice can be all-consuming and physically and mentally taxing, and depending on the area in which you practice, can be quite confronting, depending on as I say, the particular subject matter. Often, lawyers will go the extra mile to make sure a case is fully prepared, and advice is comprehensive, etc. And that's admirable, but it can become overwhelming from time to time. So you must work hard to try and keep your balance and keep your eye out to ensure that your colleagues do so as well. You will be a better lawyer for having that balance. If you do get overwhelmed by it all, as frankly we all have from time to time, try and take a step back and recapture some perspective. Also remember, or know, if you don't already know, that the law is a highly collegiate profession. And in this context, I'm going to call on two representatives, one from the New South Wales Bar Association, one from the Law Society of New South Wales, to offer a few words of welcome. Ms McGrath, do you move?
May it please the court. My name is Melissa McGrath, and I've been practicing for 4 years at the bar, primarily in intellectual property. On behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you all to the legal profession. The legal profession is an old profession based on precedent and the rule of law, while also being a profession that grows and develops to adapt to new practices and technology, and importantly, to society's values as they change over time. For several decades now, the composition of lawyers and barristers in New South Wales has changed to better reflect the community. The bar today is a welcoming place for people of all genders and backgrounds. And while I have only been at the bar for 4 years, this year is actually my 21st year of practice as a lawyer. And in those 20 years, or 21 years, I can say I've seen incredible change, in particular to the culture of our profession. That culture means that you are welcome to bring all of yourself to your work and our community. And it is my hope that you will each contribute to our culture by bringing your unique experience and perspective, and respectfully contribute to our profession for its betterment, because diversity benefits us all. It is an honour to be a lawyer, and in my case, a barrister, and I'm proud to be a member of the legal profession. I enjoy the intellectual challenge of my job, and that it allows me to give expert advice to and represent people in court, and to contribute to our society in a meaningful way. Over those 20 years, I've held almost every position there is in commercial private practice. I've been in international and domestic firms, from summer clerk, stood where you are. I've been a paralegal and a partner of a couple of firms. My work has included improving access to treatments for prostate cancer, AIDS, and high cholesterol, dealing with licensing rights for musicians represented by major music labels, and protecting the branding rights of trademark owners who no doubt make some of the gifts that you'll be given today. And now, after 20 years, I'm a fourth-year barrister, sort of from the top to the bottom in some respects. But I can tell you that your new profession can offer you many opportunities and paths, and it's never too late to make a change. If you're interested in coming to the bar, you can contact the New South Wales Bar Association or have a look at its website. and each year there is a career open day. In your first year of practice as a reader, you receive particular assistance from 2 barristers of at least 2 years seniority who meet with you weekly, review your work, and teach you practical skills. But the support you will receive is not limited to those 2 barristers. The bar is renowned for its collegiality, especially in chambers. There are also opportunities to become involved in the work of the New South Wales Bar Association, which is the professional body that supports barristers and has a range of committees, including a new barristers committee, which organises social and educational functions for 0 to 5-year barristers like me, and a diversity and equality committee, which promotes one of the key strategic goals for the New South Wales Bar Association, which is to attract the best people to become barristers, regardless of their race, religion, gender, parental status, or sexual orientation. Whether as a lawyer or a barrister, I encourage you to get involved in the Law Society or the Bar Association and to use your skills to assist our community. It is a rewarding experience to practice in connection with others in your profession. So once again, on behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you all to the legal profession and I congratulate you on your admission today as a lawyer of this honourable court. May it please the court.
Thank you. Ms. Lejeune of the Law Society of New South Wales.
May it please the court. My name is Mara Legends, and 6 years ago, I stood where you're standing today after my mother moved my own admission. Congratulations to all of you for getting here. And if you look back, it's tempting to see admission as an end point. It's the culmination of years of study and hard work, and you should certainly be proud of that. However, I think it's more exciting to look forward. Today is the first day of the rest of your career. You may have ideas of what it looks like. You might be confident that you're destined for an office with a hard review at a corporate firm, or that you'll fight the good fight in a community legal centre. All are worthy goals and all can be excellent and satisfying careers. However, today, before all of that starts, I would ask you to enter your legal career with a curious and open mind. The legal profession is brilliant precisely because it is so diverse, both in people and in practice areas. You may discover your interests drive you in surprising and wonderful directions. Detours can end up as destinations. Right now, you have every option open to you, and I encourage you to make a habit of stepping into the unfamiliar and letting curiosity be your compass. To that end, the Law Society of New South Wales is an excellent resource for mentoring, friendship, and professional support, particularly for young lawyers. The Law Society has young lawyer networking events and conferences, which I firmly encourage you to attend. And their role is to ensure that you, as a newly minted solicitor, can thrive and succeed in your new profession. The Law Society itself dates back to 1842. This ceremony today connects us back to solicitors being recorded on English court rolls, which we can search back to 1729. And His Honour has noted the practice of swearing an oath dates back much further. Of course, it was only in 1918 that the law condescended to permit women to enter the profession. And it was not until 1924, just over 100 years ago, that the first female solicitor was admitted to practice in our state. I'm pleased to see that in our ceremony today, such historical barriers have been well and truly overrun, the number of women entering the law. In any event, as I come to the end of my speech, there's only really one thing left to say to you. Welcome to our profession. My sincere congratulations. May it please the court.
Thank you. Well, may I say this to you all in closing? The law is a wonderful profession. It's stimulating, challenging, and satisfying. And it's populated by intelligent, committed, and dynamic people such as yourselves. You should be proud to be a lawyer, proud of your achievements to date, and proud of the profession you have just joined. It is a very important profession that underpins stability and cohesion in our community. And you are now a very important part of that very important profession. So work hard, take pride in your work, look out for your colleagues, contribute to your community, and don't take yourself too seriously. We wish you all the very best of luck on the exciting journey that lies ahead and a full and rewarding career. On behalf of Justice Mitchmore, Justice Sweeney, and all of our colleagues on the Supreme Court of New South Wales, I once again congratulate each and every one of you on your admission and welcome you to the legal profession. The court will now adjourn.
All stand. This honourable court is now adjourned.